Hi there, my name is Janice Olale, and this is Working Through Emotion. On the podcast, we talk about a range of things as they relate to people and their emotions, not even out their interpersonal and intrapersonal relationships. And in today's episode, as usual, we're talking about something quite relatable. And guys, I'm doing this alone. I have Adeyemo Beloveth with me.
Hi.
Good evening. So I'll be leaving Adeyemo Beloveth to introduce himself. Can you introduce yourself?
All right. Yeah, I'm Beloved Adeyemo, as she has said, and I'll be final year.
Okay.
Over to the moment.
You had to say that.
Yes. So I'm happy I'll finally leave.
I really agree with God.
All right. So yes, apart from that, I'm an academic writer, and yes, a finance enthusiast.
Oh, wow.
Yes, very cool. So yes, I like this book.
Love it. You like the stuff there because there are a lot. Please.
Not everybody can see about themselves.
Not. See the humble party now too. Okay, I hear you. Alright guys, it's good to actually have you here, Beloved. So we're talking about something quite relatable, like I mentioned to them. And I remember one thing that brought about this topic was one day, I think that was months ago, we're talking about your experience as an employee that had to deal with a toxic boss. 2 months ago, right, to be precise. So on the podcast today, we're talking about navigating toxicity as an employee, and that was why I brought Beloved to the podcast, like I mentioned a while ago. We'll be talking about that together, and that brings me to the first thing I went to ask you, Beloved. So, what do you think toxicity is, especially according to you, based on your past experiences and as an employee?
Alright, so yes, toxicity, from what you can literally say when something is toxic.
Yeah.
Acts neither if hazardous,
Right.
it's harmful, or it's poisonous. So, and so that thing has the ability to free you
Okay.
of life happen.
No, same thing.
So yes, so when you see something is harmful, you know that it can actually stop you from achieving certain things that you think.
Right.
So yes, based on my personal experiences, I would say that toxicity is usually manifested in different parts of those life. There are certain people where they are good in their academics, they are good relating in certain places, but in other places they are very bad in relationship. They are good relating with certain set of people, relating with their family members, and very, very bad relating with strangers,
Right.
or people from outside and are not part of their family. Yeah. So, based on my own experiences, I think that you can have somebody that is holier than thou in church and is very bad at the workplace.
Right.
Yeah. So,
You're like, you really need to time in. Have you had it to say?
like, they literally can show love in certain place. Another place, they don't intend to show hatred, but then they have no idea what the right thing to do.
Right.
Yes, so some people are even actually toxic without their own knowledge. They don't know.
Okay. Without their knowledge.
They don't know that action of this or their emotion that they have shown is actually toxic. They just do it out of their own nature. That's who they have. And when you bring it up to them, some people learn and change. Some others be like, that's what I am and I can't change it. So get it out of it. Those things.
Right.
So yeah, so based on my experience, I think that's what toxicity is.
Okay. Would you like to share any of
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, so one of my experiences was like I was having a boss. I had a boss.
You still have the book?
I used to have
Okay.
a boss.
I remember.
So my boss was like, so when it comes to this particular facility, they're in charge, just to take charge and anything else to do in this facility, I'll be reaching out to you. And situation that's going to be weak, I'll be reaching out to you.
Okay.
Even though of course there's supposed to be another director I'm supposed to reaching out.
Okay.
But then this boss decides that, oh no, that other boss should be, overriding, and then
We share.
communicate directly to each other.
Alright.
Probably maybe because of bureaucracy or because one certain thing down
Okay.
in certain ways.
Right.
So Yes, so I was asked to be in charge of this facility, and then there was this time that he needed something done in that facility, and then he sent someone else to come and check. Now in this facility is basically a residential facility,
Okay.
and then everybody basically that are staff members in this facility.
Okay.
Not everybody, but then most essential workers
Okay.
in this facility. So he sent this person, and then this person came to this facility. I was opening everybody's door.
Wow.
I was like,
Okay, that doesn't make sense.
I mean,
Why would you open the door?
number one, you are not looking.
You're just opening the door.
You also,
What kind of a person is that?
this my boss has you to go and look for an empty space. I mean, I'm in charge. I don't want you to go and open those.
Because you already know, because you're in charge.
I mean,
Okay,
I'm
that's really very, very.
just a simple call. I also
Yeah, would have so
Can I say-
seen.
somebody to come and
Wow, it
take.
is discretion.
No,
Too bad.
I feel like number one, that's trampling on my right or that's my intelligence. Because it's not right. It's like
Right,
it's telling me that I'm not doing
right. They're incompetent.
literally just useless. Meanwhile, that's not the case. I've never been we've never discussed any issue
Mhm.
around that fact. So there's nothing like me not having the control of the facility that I've been asked to take charge of.
Mhm.
So I feel like this thing goes in. I told this guy, I said, go and meet the person that sent you, because I did not believe
Like
he actually sent it.
sent you.
I said, go and wait him that there's no empty space here. Why there are empty spaces?
Wow.
I told him, go and meet the person, because I did not believe that you might go.
This person was sent. Wow.
So this guy did not go.
Are you kidding?
He actually called him.
Okay.
So he called him, and then he was like, they say I should give you the phone. Okay, I don't know what it is, but of course you already told him that I said before from this place, and that I was stopping in to checking the place. So he gave me the call. I got the phone, and then the first thing I had was I said hello sir. I said, you mentioned my name. Beloveth. You are very, very crazy.
Are you kidding?
I was like, sheesh. For wait to me.
Yo, that was so low.
For wait to me. I was like, what's going on here? The very case, I sent somebody to come and check, and you want to know that. How knows? You know, I don't like storing bad stores.
No way.
So that's the only thing I can remember about what I said.
So he said more than what you just said.
Yes. So I went to meet him. I said, okay, no problem. I told him that don't take anybody.
Right. It doesn't make sense.
In the evening, so people just came out for work. They are pressed.
Resting.
Somebody's personal space. You can't just be opening people door just like that. You want to just entrench their privacy anyhow.
You should and see where you're not supposed to see.
That was the thing. So
People should do better. And your boss heard this explanation and still decided to like.
So I dropped the phone. I gave him back his phone. I went to meet him immediately in the office.
Okay.
I don't like what situations get that on a
Test. Okay.
things. I like solving it immediately.
Right.
Like, especially since it's my boy.
Okay.
We have to be dealing with each other whether we fight or not.
Right.
So I went
That
to
was
meet
the
So I went to meet him in his office immediately. I'm sorry that I'm sorry for what I did. I didn't even know what to say.
Right.
What am I supposed to say? What was
Very nice.
So he said, don't try that. I'm very limited network in the office. I'm very crazy. Anyways, I am someone that where I get nervous to some extent, or I feel offended or annoyed somehow, I smile.
Right.
I remember that there was this time that these SGG people were checking people at the gate, and then I didn't have my phone to show that I was actually
Yesterday.
I didn't have my ID card. I couldn't go to my portal, but I was smiling. Like,
Right.
so I was now smiling. Why they told me to stay there, I was smiling. They said, "What smile?" And I knew that smiling was showing security people. Like the more they,
The more they answered,
the more they asked me, "Wow, the more I was smiling." That was very bad. Anyways, so that was my news. So I had to hold myself in a small place. Well,
Right. For that.
so it's
Come on, my I think I'm
I stepped out of the service and then I smiled all the smile and then smile. I think everybody is not good, smarter than that, or worse than that. So yes, that was one of my experiences about
toxicity. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, so how do you now like identify as an employee that your boss is toxic? Because you've been in this situation before, yeah, like I mentioned before. So how then do you identify that your boss is toxic? And how can you, after you now identify, you know that you have identified, how can you be so sure that you're right? Because the number of people, like not even sorted Genesis a whole lot, and it's really bad because the Genesis is actually trying to make sense and trying to give themselves to growth. They already packed everybody together in all of this mess because sometimes people can mistake discipline and intentionality for toxicity, and sometimes it is infringing on their mental health. Of course, I'm not trying to disregard the fact that mental health counts, but every small thing is mental health. Things not that they insult Genesis, they're one of the reasons why they insult Genesis. So that's why I'm asking that how can you identify that your boss is toxic, and how can you be so sure that you're right? Yeah.
So one of the ways like I identify that your boss is when you're compelled to do things that are mostly out of the box.
Okay. Compelled to do things that are mostly out of the book.
Yeah. That are out of the description of the job.
Okay.
Yeah. That in no way are you going to be appreciated for.
Okay.
Or is it going to add to what you intend to contribute to the organization?
What is trying to discipline?
This is their ways. I mean, this is why each house have manuals.
Okay.
And we have all procedure for everything.
Okay.
Manual for everything are written down in the HR. So you expect that if you are going to be disciplined to anything, number one, your affairs will be pointed out to you.
Okay.
You will be reviewed at least with word of mouth for the first time.
Okay.
Second time, in a written format, signed by the HR and your boss, the disciplinary committee.
Okay.
And so they are all going to sign the written paper and then hand it over to you. That's not like a query.
Okay.
Next time, they are going to be in your do the thing. That was the point. That's when you're going to be disciplined.
Okay.
This is what you did. Following previous reviews and written queries concerning the field of things. This is your punishment. So that is how things are supposed to be. It's not that your boss will now take how do I put that now? You now take it all on himself.
Right.
Will decide to do just about anything that he thinks is right.
Right.
And make sure that do things out of it's our culture to discipline the younger ones.
That was the first step.
Therefore, I can help.
Right. As I
Right, as I see it, which sometimes or most of the times is wrong. Number one is out of the books. Number two, it does not contribute to the well-being of this employee. This person going to be working just no intent to start this.
Right.
Intention right now. They expect that this person will keep contributing to the progress of the organization.
Okay.
So if you don't try to do things to sabotage yourself, that's the boss sabotaging himself.
So
Not actualizing his goals, but himself as a boss, as the leader, and for the organization.
cute.
Need to affect everybody in the team.
Right.
Can I imagine that employee is an essential work?
Right.
It's going to be very bad. So that's why
That's really very bad.
identify that. So how you can be so sure that you are right? Well, of course, we already see that once it's out of the books. Number one, yes, once out of the books. Number two, when it's not agreed upon by all the people that you are answering work to, especially within the organization. For example, let's say you have a director that is disciplining. If his discipline is out of the books, we are sure that he is being perfect. Number two, if the HR one agreeing with his discipline, he is being toxic, and if you think that it is, or if you know, of course, yes, if you know that among the same set of workers like you within that organization. That particular discipline has never been how do I put that now? Has never been given out
Okay.
to any of them for any reason at all. I mean, it can't be that you are the only offender.
Right.
So at least somebody else must have gone through something like that, and then the HR process it and say, okay, this is how it was done at the time, and the employee say, okay, this is how I was disciplined, and she will then, well, if these things are done the right way, employees just find joy in God. You've been told, in fact, they've told you that this was will be do.
Right.
It's not that they are just fucking after your offense. They already told you that if this particular conduct is found with you or in review, this will be withdrawn. You are leaking it out. You may have the copy of it's like an employee has it.
Right.
You may have it, they will kill you. So it's not like you
With jokes on you, you decide not to read the content of the handbook and you can already think.
So it's possible if if you saw this movie before in jail. I can imagine that. Yes. I can imagine that. I also don't decide to do anything. Number one, they have this group of people that just come together within the organization and see they are it's just like NLC in Nigeria. They have those both organizations that they fight for the right of the workers.
Okay.
So if anybody among the bosses or their bosses says to do anything, they know how
you'll stand up to them.
Yes. So that you not try all that ones. They fight for themselves. That's number one. Number two, the employee can take it up in the court of law and be correct.
Wow.
Yes. And the employer will have to either pay the employees or drop whatever it is that they have against the employee. So if it feels like that also things just happen. And anyways, so yes, that's how you can be so sure that you're right.
In Nigeria, that something new happens under the sun.
There's this up in when you feel like, I wanted to get one.
Anyway, new things will happen under the sun in Nigeria.
It's funny. We have in different domain parts, we have people that are basically in charge of staff members.
Right.
Yeah. I think even in secondary schools. So maybe let me just say this. So one of the ways that you know that your boss isn't toxic, explain somebody that you expect to be fighting for, it's fighting with people. I mean, even if something that is
right,
at least the person should be able to help you pacify, because the person will tell you that the person then will now be or you'll be how.
It's a good word for you, right? It's a good word rather.
So you see different people that it's like they are now friends with the boss.
Okay.
But then they were actually meant to be the supporting bikers.
Okay.
For the employees. They're supposed to support the employee in their activities. They're supposed to see their weight here. They're supposed to see
that person will see their blind spots and help them correct them.
Yes. That's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be the one that can between the directors and the employees. But
middleman.
Your God is fighting.
Right.
So the employees may not be able to make the God meet. But you are there. You're supposed to fight.
Representing them. Wow.
Not that what we have now is the boss already increased salary on this person. And won their favor and their approval on whatever the boss is doing, and then employee offends. You see, if you are putting, was it not written in the employee account? You know. And the way you hear all this, like I know, but this is not solve any problem. Just say something nice. But we'll be fighting for the employee so that the boss of not need to say something at times. You don't need to call the person. Do you know what this person did? In fact, I'm so thin, right? I won't say anything. Of course, the boss will say, if that person that will say everything and the boss is supposed to say and wants to say. So that's one of the ways. I mean, it is subtle way. You see that this person is doing things to up the boss or to remove the boss from the organization black box. Make sure that the boss remains a saint, you know. So it's funny, but then that's how some things play out, and that's one of the reasons why.
That's a lot. That is a whole lot.
Yeah.
So we're talking about how you can identify that your boss is toxic. Also, you know, toxicity doesn't always happen in the most obvious way, right? There are times that you have been so deep in the whole situation, and sometimes after you come out of it, like we're discussing before the recording, whereas after you come out of it, that next time you came back and you're like, what? Are you for real? Random times you just be reflecting and images of how you took a lot of nonsense and you could not identify that your boss was a toxic boss. Now start rushing back at you those images and you're like, I'm not dumb. I'm supposed to be smart. I'm supposed to have stood up for myself. What now happened? So what are the subtle ways that you think toxicity can play out?
Alright, so I don't want to know sides of what I mean by everything.
Okay.
It's an harmful way of relating with people.
Right.
Well, the person may not have toxicity in his or saliva.
So what do you do? Okay, wanting you.
The person will not be toxic, so that the person will, you know, share COVID-19 with everyone.
I'm gonna get a whole bunch of that one.
But then the person can people with you, and you know, I've had everything stand out.
So
the person can. Okay, so one of those sort of ways is where your boss, who has been a duty,
okay,
gets to identify some lapses. Of course, it's strong to have lapses, but nobody's above all mistakes.
Of course.
And then the boss, instead of addressing, you know, issues from employer-employee relation, sides with a customer to deal with you.
Wow, that's very low.
So, I think that it's one of the subtle ways. It's like, oh, you don't do what is right. You're supposed to do this and all of that.
Right.
And then what you thought you have finished, now to start all over again.
Oh, so
Imagine that space. Just like when you are washing a clothes. If you wash it white, you can white it, and then you need to dry it. Now fit to the ground. Or you have this top of it.
Exactly. There's so much sand on it already.
You think that'll become rough? Jesus Christ. No. So yes, it's your boss can literally just side with customer and say, "Sure, I'm not." The way your boss marries is for our boys.
You're very incompetent. Is that what we do here?
What are you doing with that? Are you serious, bro? Then call somebody. Can you see what the guy is doing? And him? It should not be that person aside to the boss. The person should not be like, I've always been telling him.
Hey.
Borrow.
Hold on your back speaker. That means the cooking environment doesn't hear.
So did I not make mention of that the other time? And you feel like, wait, all of that. I did not. Oh, you did not. I know that you don't have me. You know, that was all of those sort of ways that the boss can literally be toxic to you. You are an employee that is trying. I mean, you've tried your best. Let's assume that you're trying your best the first week. You try your best the second week. I mean, they are seeing that in the same assignment that you are doing, they are identifying the same lapses over and over again. Literally, I think, of course, it's wrong, but then, if at all, they can be justified for lashing out at you because it's obvious you are not learning. So, but then, this thing has not been identified or pointed out to me the only way that it is wrong, or I have never been called out that this thing I have done has been done in the wrong way, or this is a lapse that I should correct. I've never been corrected on this thing. It has never been mentioned to me. I believe, this is how I saw things done. This is how I learned things being done here. So how come I'm wrong on the sudden?
Right.
And then they are now citing the customer who says that this is what should be done. That's one of those sorts of ways that I think that employers, yes,
Can be toxic here, or toxic can play out.
yes, that's very positive. Because even when you are growing, you are learning, you are trying to become better.
Right.
Yes, but then you like the effort to become better. I think that in the workplace, it is like the employee is trying to get better, doing the same thing. Because
that's what's expected of the employee.
Yes.
Of the employee.
yes, they're trying to get better. They're trying to get better every single week. So it's one of the reasons why some certain organizations place some employees on probation.
Yeah.
And their probation is like a 1 month, 3 months. I don't know how long the probation can be. But it depends on the kind of work the employee does. So I think that they feel like that's enough time to show that you have learned, so that you have become better.
Yeah.
So to just come up all of a sudden and lash out on an employee based on a lapse or a lapse. I don't think that now. He lapsed or what?
I mean, based on lapses.
What?
I don't even know. But I think based on mistakes,
Yes, mistakes. Let's use the word mistakes. Based on mistakes that they have recently identified, which have never been pointed out to the employee to be wrong. Just lash out on the employee like that. That's very close.
Right.
Yeah, so for example, look at how, that's not how we received correction. Maybe it's a new way of correcting people, but actually, you let us know this is how we correct people here, or we don't tell them before, we just view so all of a sudden, at least you should let us get prepared in our mind. So wait, we have been brought up our parents, be like, that's your first time. You think,
Right.
that's your second time. In fact, most people do that, actually, so that they can be justified.
Right. So when they have
God knows that
right.
this is what I want.
Right.
Because before I just read it, get, but then it's funny. Some things are so alien. I think these things are wrong. Anyways, when young was anyways, yeah, you can't just fight opposites. So I think it's very wrong.
I think the example of customer that you give can pass as an obvious way and also a subtle way. Because the obvious way is them actually verbally attacking you in front of a customer and in front of everybody. And the subtle way is they are not coming out straight. They didn't come out straight to you. They had to hide under the umbrella of the customer. Another subtle way that I think a boss can be toxic based on the story of somebody that I know is the fact, when your boss finds every opportunity to invalidate your experiences, invalidate your, I don't want to use the word feelings, but invalidate your experiences. You have valid experiences. Let's say you have valid experiences. This person has valid experiences. And this boss always bring her down by using subtle words and words that are not subtle to jokes, unnecessary jokes that
jokes being put because
it's not even jokes. They just want to hide under it, and some of them will say, just kidding. But this person had to experience that same thing because it was a repetitive statement per time regarding what that person had to face. And this was the thing. The boss, when this person started working for their boss, the boss wanted something beyond a boss-employee relationship. The boss at the point started referring to the person as their friend. Oh, you're my friend. So this boss would say things, and it gave that employee the opportunity to say things like, it's not a bad thing for me to have a relationship with my boss outside work, so we could be friends, networking here and all that. So this person was trying to embrace that, and this boss will just make random statements to puncture a vulnerability, this person's vulnerability. So when your boss is making uncultured statements to bring you down, to make you feel less of yourself, and make it look as if, you should find your completeness in them. You should find your person. in them. So
Your what?
in them. So this person, remember, the boss already gave her a platform to be vulnerable. So each time she was vulnerable about things, the boss would just disregard most things that she would say because he was expecting this person to just be acting like a no risk and not know anything from way back. So it's all the growth and all the developments that goes on in this person's life will be attributed to him. So that could be a subtle way of actually being toxic to somebody. And when this was sharing their experience, they're talking about the fact that deep down, when they were working with this person many years ago, that they didn't realize that it was that deep. They knew that something was off, but they could not put a name to it. But all in the name of, I want to actually give my all. This work has been given to me. I cannot be lackadaisical. I cannot afford to allow mediocrity to thrive. I have to be excellent at what I do. So that was the focus. I think it was that focus. She mentioned that it was that focus that was keeping her, because after she left the job and had something else to do, she's now in a better place, of course. She's in a better place. She doesn't have to deal with all that energy anymore. However, when she was reflecting, she realized that, she took a lot of nonsense that she shouldn't have taken in the first place. And it really affected her self-esteem at a point because the boss, she had to work with her boss, of course. You cannot now run away from work. I say, I'm not going to office so because I'm going to meet my boss there. So yeah, I think that's a subtle way by which toxicity can play out.
So I remember that one of the subtle ways,
right?
Your boss makes jest or crack jokes.
That don't matter. Right. And they know it hurts you. And they'll just say LOL. They say LOL or just kidding. When you're not trying to be like, sir or ma, I really do not like that. I don't like it. They'll be like, just kidding now. What's wrong with you? I just play with you now. Not to play. Your sense of humor is very, very, very very low.
No.
It's really
like
that's
I'm not really someone that get
right.
Stop.
And working in a place should not make you feel less of yourself. Okay, beyond the feeling, working in a place should not tell on your person negatively. You should be able to leave a place after working there and be like, okay, yes, I'm a better person. I was able to establish a very good relationship with my boss, with fellow employees and all that. When you leave, you can actually look back and say, okay, I actually grew. When I came to this company, you can be able to put them on a scale and weigh them and be like, when I came to this company to work, and now that I'm leaving, I can see the difference. The difference is very obvious. Even if it's just one thing, as long as you got better, that is what working in a place should do for you. Because you yourself, as you are working on the job, you're trying to get better. You're trying to figure out better ways to serve the company that you're working with. So this one is a lot. So you guys want this topic. I didn't want to talk this much regarding this because it's a thing. That's the way you mentioned it. What we're even doing that we were in a particular hall, and I think you were working, and you just mentioned, with another friend of hers or a classmate, and you just mentioned, I'm like, this is actually a topic that people hardly talk about. You don't hear people say it happens very often, and that's why it's really good to talk with people. It's really good to be around people because there's very little you get to know when you're in isolation. When you talk with people, you're able to understand that, okay, there are certain things that your world has not seen before that they would explain to you, and you're like, okay, this actually happened. It just exposes you to other things that are likely to happen or things that are currently happening that you probably don't know. Of course, that's why we're having this discussion in the first place here. So also, we know that, okay, we cannot deny the fact that, okay, truly there is toxicity. Toxicity can happen here. So how can one shield themselves from toxicity? And still be able to, you have a toxic boss, you're working under a toxic boss. Every morning when you wake up, that's literally a prayer point. Now for those that really don't pray, every morning you wake up and you're like, oh no, I have to face this boss. Again, in fact, you might also start pretending because you want to put up this false appearance that, okay, everything is fine. But everything is not fine, and you can only keep up with that for just a very short time. Then there's a limit to how long you can pretend, yeah? So how can you shield yourself from this toxicity? And also, how can you fulfill your duties in the midst of this and also keep your sanity? Keep your sanity, because it's a lot. It's a lot. Because if your sanity is not in place, it will tell on your work, it will tell you in your effectiveness as an employee, yeah? Right? So, what do you think? How are you able to shield yourself from this? And how do you think people can shield themselves from this?
Alright, so for me to really hard shielding myself.
Power.
Because
Can you imagine?
the job description, my job description is supposed to be revised.
Okay.
I kept getting the HR.
Oh no.
When did it get revised? Who am I supposed to be reporting to? Because this boss is the boss to the HR.
Oh, you know.
Boss all departments.
Wow.
Is the boss to the accounting department. Is the boss to all other departments.
So it's literally everywhere. You cannot run.
Everywhere. So I'm supposed to be reporting to a certain boss who is supposed to be
Reporting to him.
But then, remember I mentioned earlier that he just like put so this boss was not allowed to do his work. People they kept asking him. I mean, he asked me for reports on what I'm supposed to do. So how far with this, how far with that. So print this out for me. I want to see the report. I want to see all of this and all of that. But then he can't report to the boss that has asked him to report him to him, who is his boss too.
Right.
Because he takes report from him directly. I don't think give him reports. He just use word of mouth. So I think he's okay with that.
Okay.
And so so one of the ways I was able to just scrap all of that is the unrevised job description. I keep making sure that I do everything that I was asked to do
Right.
within that job description.
Okay.
There was some things that was I kept going to HR. This thing is about the day.
Wow.
Why would I have to do this thing? I mean, it's not like if you had asked to do something outside of your job description, it should be something that maybe once a week, something that you have to
Repeatedly. Yeah.
I will increase my salary based on this. Why am I mean, people now more stressful than they were. It's not from my job. There are people who struggle in their job. Like they see the person that is I don't want to.
Wow.
Alright, so they did all those stipulated job description in the paper ask for which or ask for who don't as per employee
Right.
policy.
Handle.
Not filling the handbook, my application letter.
Okay.
I can the application letter. So I'm also have it in my mind.
Okay.
So everything that is written there, I make sure that I do them. I
Okay.
don't get to have to ask for to do it.
Right.
And so I don't have to keep asking them
Or what to do.
about it. I make sure that as long as it's there and they're the right thing to do, so I do it.
Right.
So the only part where I will have to necessarily relate it to my boss or anybody that I find relating to my own job would be things that are outside that job description.
Okay.
So I was in charge of mainly two facilities.
Okay. So aside them giving you a lot of things here and you have to deal with toxicity, so how were you able to shield yourself from all of
Shit, I think it's almost impossible to shield yourself from toxicity because you have to keep dealing with one.
Okay.
If you try to shield yourself, you'll be trying to shield yourself from one person.
Okay.
Anyway, there are millions of the others too.
But you need to keep yourself safe.
Yes.
What would you do?
All you can do is you have to know them nonetheless. You have to ensure that things that really has to do with you and where you have to benefit them, where you have things that you do in common,
Right.
or things that you use in common, or tools that you use in common, places that you use in common. Make sure that you do not compete them in any way. They may knowingly or unknowingly impede you or be toxic to you in anything that they do relating with you. But make sure that from your end there's no thing that
Right.
can be, used against you. I say, okay, what you did wrong, this one you. I know it's mostly going to be against you because some of the times with other employees or employers and your boss or people that have been calling in the same job for years before you came,
Right.
people that hold higher positions than yours. So you just have to within this the ideology of trying to do things right way, being innovative, being inventive, making sure that you push the organization forward.
Right.
Within all of that, make sure that you do not impede anybody's progress. You do not have how do I put that one? You do not have the you do not take joy in seeing the wrongdoing
Okay.
that they do. There's this thing that happens.
Just for your sanity, it's not like you're doing it for them, you're just doing it for you to keep yourself in check. When you say you want to have forgiveness for them in advance, I know
Because I deal with woman
Right.
to have a store for forgiveness.
Right.
Where your forgiveness will not go down.
that was it.
You have to keep forgiving people every day.
Where
There's some people that are very apologetic. You know what they did.
then so sorry. Because I know that sorry is going to like just undo it. Someone also said something that when you don't expect too much of people, that it will be hard for you to struggle so much for forgiveness.
I've already put that there is felicity in reducing the bar.
Okay.
All it comes to people.
Right.
Just shoot low. Don't even shoot. I shoot low.
Should Louis.
There's also some felicity there. I think I read that about the quotes about Animonga. Yes, when
Okay.
investment.
Right.
I read this from Psychology of Money.
Okay.
Psychology of Money by Morgan. What's his name? Yeah.
I don't know how
I'll say Morgan.
psychology of money.
And that I'll say
Also.
if the psychology of money. So yes. So it was making mention on how that when you want to make right investment.
Yeah.
Sometimes people because they shoot so high, they expect the market to go so high.
Then they're disappointed all the end of the day.
Something just happened. I lost my money.
I'm very good.
So yes, when you go to people so
You need to reason that going.
high.
That's the way you
that
do.
human beings, everybody
Yeah. Of course.
time
Right.
for any reason whatsoever. I feel like so this reason exists. I mean, the reason to do this particular thing or to actually have this certain conduct exist. So I can literally do this. I mean, you yourself like, but I can't do this. This reason does not make sense.
Now I say everything.
So all of that. So one of the ways why you should be able to, you should be ready to forgive people any day, anytime when it comes to relating with them, especially at the workplace.
Right.
So yes.
So it's very important because we're keeping you safe. Now, someone who said that when you allow unforgiveness to take hold of you, or when you allow unforgiveness to hook you down, it's like you taking poison and expecting the person that offended you to die. So yeah, I think those are the ways that that's one of the surest ways to like just keep yourself sane and just know that your days they are numbered, right? And you'll not be there forever. But that is ahead. And also, if you know that you can't take it for much longer, then you should start setting yourself up for other opportunities outside of that place. So if you know that, okay, it's a course that you need to take that will help you get another job compared to what you have, take that course. You have to create time for it intentionally to still show up for it, even in the face of everything that you're doing. And if it's that you need to attend events more so as to network and position yourself around opportunity, just make sure that if you know that you cannot stand the toxicity for so long, then you should start looking outside for other opportunities.
I know about this in that my place of work.
Yeah.
Everybody can really attest without that. I did very, very well.
Wow.
When I left, the person that actually took the job
Yeah.
and let's go was telling me that he would have loved me.
Wow.
Very, I was like, so I was good. I mean,
Yeah, good.
within all of that, that's wonderful.
Wow. So can you imagine? Can you just imagine? You go be these things happen here, and It is, well, things will align last for people. Eventually, things will align.
We expect it to happen very fast, but then it's all the same. All the reasons for time, one of the reasons why we have time is to keep things from happening all at the same time.
Wow.
Imagine if everything happened at the same time.
I mean, that
I used to be, I guess.
that was it.
But then
That was
we have time so that things can happen at different times.
Yes, sir.
So you can be having your down moments now, but then
It will last forever.
because we don't want tomorrow,
Yeah.
I think that's our case. But then that was just one of the things that you must go through. Your way to the top,
Right.
your way to the better place.
You have stories to tell.
Yeah, so just ahead of you
Even dropping a motivational back.
all that you want.
Right. So now let's talk about the employers. Let's give some grace to the employers. Do you think an employee's toxicity can also influence that of the employer? We've been talking about how the employer can be toxic. Yeah, let's give them grace. And actually talk about the fact that is it possible or do you think an employee's toxicity can influence that of their employer?
Yes, I think
Oh, really?
happens. Yes, of course.
Sure.
There are situations where employees, instead of bringing up issues that they find wrong with their employer, they start discussing it among themselves.
So sure.
And before you know it,
Spreads like wildfire.
spreads like wildfire. And in the midst of spreading like wildfire, you don't know what part is fire. You keep seeing fire, keep seeing fire.
Right.
Sometimes big, sometimes small.
Right.
So the fire is usually not the representation of the actual fire. There was an actual.
See you dropping by.
So when people start talking and spending words like that, they keep adding lies. For me, they are saying the wrong thing about it.
Right.
So if an employer behaves in a certain way,
Right.
the toxicity of the employees that is informing is one toxic.
Not to forget that we are humans, and these things can happen here.
So yes, an employee has abused the talent. Number one thing is go to the HR.
Right.
Issue. This is my boss. We're not being the boss of the
Well, you should even talk to the boss yourself before reaching out to the HR because that was something that set something up.
They have so you have to their secretary.
That was
When you get to secretary, I want to see spirit. Over what do you want to say? I have this issue. If you can't, at least you can't say the secretary. This is what I want to
right.
go and discuss with the boss. You can't say the boss. So let's you see, you told the secretary and you're like, okay, so this is what the boss did.
Well, you should be able to send to the boss, depending on the kind of boss it is.
That's the thing. The secretary is supposed to give you access.
Yeah.
So if the secretary should just this is not an issue.
It's not an issue, yeah. Really? Right.
You won't do that again.
Right.
You won't be able to see the boss. So you won't be able to discuss those things.
Of course.
So I think that if you can't see the boss, you can go to the HR and say, okay, this is an issue I have. Boss. Of course, this is first. You tell the HR. The HR is supposed to relate because okay, you did this. It's supposed to cover the employee and not mention which particular employee said that. But then, with evidence, of course, they're going to tell the HR but if there's a witness, tell the HR, they should be able to cover things. HR is supposed to be your G's head. So all of that is supposed to go in that manner if you can't see the boss. So that's one of the ways I just solve all of the instead of spreading rumors. Some people spread rumors, I've spread rumors. I've had a lot. I had a lot. Somebody slapped somebody. So what? I don't like employees now. Is that possible?
What?
I don't feel like once I hear from the same person
Right.
what is actually in question here, I don't think I would believe this statement.
Right.
I don't think what I say about it. And if those people are saying
Nothing happened.
I talk with them, this with them, and then
Of course. You know,
I feel like to just distance themselves from them. I'm like, oh,
they didn't offend. Even if they witness themselves, they don't offend you. You're not the one that they offended here.
so maybe until they slap
Another person's battles. You drop your own battles and start back.
So maybe until they slap in shower. I wouldn't hit this house later. But I don't think it's close PowerPoint because I know that we are in it. Doesn't bring them.
Yeah, so I'm not fight too late.
I don't think. So it's possible that employees toxicity affect the employer status. So there are some employers that they are very nice. Yeah.
But people try to like override them.
Break you from that opportunity, and because this is so stressing. Yeah, like,
Kind of triggering we need to start.
he's not an employee for you.
No. Would that be
It's not an employer for fun. It's not an employer for it's supposed to bring you in line and put you in line. You do it now.
just because you can't hear you see anyhow?
So that whenever they feel like, oh no, it can't really suffer. There's nobody, there's nobody that can do my own. And some people like that. And people just, they try to say that there are people like that they usually don't go take the issue. And it's funny that they are the ones that actually cannot reach you. So you can't leave. I thought that
You're not indispensable now.
after all this shit, I thought like you all go always and be the boss there. So you can't even
You cannot leave this place. Then it's one down in the beginning. It's like what you are not. Stop showing power that you don't even have in the first place. You're not indispensable. She business will
all of this
right.
that we are saying doesn't mean that the employer is totally wrong to everybody. Like I'm not saying that. That's my own perspective. I mean, another employee can come and say, no, it's not toxic. It's been very, very nice. Like, I see no flaw.
People see the friend side.
Yeah.
People see the friend side.
Oh, you just mentioned the fact that toxicity and the workplace is the only thing I was able to witness.
Really?
I wanted to say that toxicity at the workplace is the only kind of toxicity I can see that I was able to witness with my boss. I don't know whether it's toxic with his friends. Okay?
Right, yeah, you mentioned that.
Okay, I mentioned that.
I think it was off recording, you mentioned that.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that. I don't think it's toxic with his wife. I don't think it's toxic with his children. Because when I see his children, it doesn't like, of course, this stays them.
Right.
All of them are like, ain't that trouble, daddy? What did you do? Now, some things are. That's what he's supposed to do. So I don't think it's toxic at his church. That when it comes to nurturing to me, as all things I do at work, they are just some.
If he doesn't like your face, or maybe he didn't like your face,
and they're both stuck in confession. So I want to go ahead. I don't think that is.
he didn't like your face.
So yes, employees can usually reference the toxicity of employers. So employees themselves should make sure that if there's anything that they think can influence the toxicity of the employers, they should try to solve it among themselves.
Right.
They should try to make sure that they do things the right way, especially according to what is written in the prayer and their job description.
Yeah.
Make sure that you work based according to the rules, and if there's anything else you need to do, that add it up.
Okay.
Not that you do other things and expect that your employer will pay you for doing other things. Oh, why? You have employed, I mean, you were interviewed, you have employed to do the things in brief job description, so leave them saying it. So.
Yeah. Found has been an insightful, right? I'm just going to reiterate one thing that you said in the beginning. It's the fact that some people can be toxic without their knowledge.
Yeah.
So that can happen. That's a thing here. Wow.
Oh, no.
Wow. I've been thinking about that. I'm like, okay. So you can be toxic without your knowledge. Maybe that's when the place of intentionally growing comes in, because one thing that growth does is that it reveals sides to you that you never knew existed, and it opens up your eyes to see opportunities to get rid of those bad behaviors. So I think at the end of the day, keep going. They say learning never ends, right? Learning never ends. So just keep learning and getting better. Remember to not expect too much from people, because they are human beings. The same way, we are all human beings. We are all human beings, and we have the tendency to get on our nerves.
Just that statement is enough to let you know that, I mean, you can't really satisfy everybody.
You can't satisfy everybody else.
You can't do everything like everybody's.
Right.
You just have to make sure that you are doing the right thing at the right time for the right people.
Right.
So then you can really doing the right things, but then for the wrong people, you get to. That's all that don't need your service.
Right. So they don't even know how to thank you or how to respond to it, because they don't appreciate. They won't appreciate because they're like, okay.
Worry, never why some businesses fail, because I'm doing the right thing for the wrong people.
Right.
So yeah.
Wow. This has been an insightful session. Thank you so much, Beloveth, for coming on the podcast.
This is a share privilege. It's for you.
I was saying other thing. You whining out there. Please stop it. Alright, and on this note, we've come to the end of the episode. Don't forget to like, share, and listen. Yeah, also listen to previous episodes on the podcast. And till I see you or till I talk to you another time, this is goodbye from me. Bye, guys.
Bye.